I wanted to thank you all for joining us on this momentous occasion. We're gathered here today to witness the holy matrimony of Jonathan Deagle to Sarah DeLong. It's an absolute privilege, honor, and joy for me to stand up here and celebrate these two incredible souls.
I can vividly remember the day that my life changed forever, and for the better. It was the night I drove down to Lethbridge for a first date with the most beautiful girl I've ever met. Just moments into that evening, I knew I had found my person.
John, my love, I can't sugarcoat the fact that the past 2 years have been tough. We've gone through a pandemic, we got engaged, I moved to a new city, we lived together for the first time, we sold a house, we rented a house, we bought a house. Your business was busier than it's ever been, and we also planned a wedding.
You're so beautiful! Oh, so pretty. Oh, don't cry. You can cry. It's alright.
You're looking pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty special.
Thank you for everything.
To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together. Love only endures when it moves like waves, receding and returning, gently or passionately, or moving lovingly like the tide, in the moon's own predictable harmony. Because finally, despite a child's scars or an adult's deepest wounds, they are openly free to be who they really are and always secretly were. In the very core of their being, where true and lasting love can alone abide.
When I began thinking of today, it brought me to the decade that I've been lucky enough to call John my friend, and I realized the importance of time and the reflection of time. As you grow older, you measure time in a different way than you do as a child. For a child, an hour or a day seems like an eternity, but as you grow older, you begin to measure time in months and then years, and you begin to understand they move quite rapidly. Then there's this time in your life when you begin to measure life in terms of decades, and when you look back upon them, you realize your time on this earth is really quite short. So each moment that you have is a moment to celebrate. Surrounded by these friends and family, it truly is a beautiful moment and a moment to celebrate. In the larger reckoning of life, the nearly 3 years you two have shared together isn't that long of a time, but you've shared so much in that time. So much laughter, so much adventure, a great deal of love, and a ton of Scrabble games.
Not a single day has gone by since that January night that you haven't been my first thought every morning and the last thing on my mind before bed every night. I still can't believe you're mine, and I will never take you for granted. Your smile lights up any room you walk into, and I will never grow tired of seeing it.
Every time I fell apart and knew this would be the time you'd get tired of dealing with my tears, you helped me even tighter. Every time I thought your love just might run out, you proved me wrong. And now, standing here today, I know that your love will never run out. I know that there will never be a time when you get sick of drying my tears.
John, Sarah, you two have kissed 1,000 times before, maybe more, but this time's different because this time is your very first kiss as husband and wife. Without further ado, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Come on, Mark, let's go. Spice it up. Come on. Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
So our prayers were definitely answered when Sarah came into our lives after being married for 12 years. We went through years of believing that we would not be able to have children. And then Sarah came and blessed us. And it's hard to put into words just how much joy that you brought into our lives. You brought joy not just to us, but to your grandparents and to your extended family.
Seeing John and Sarah together, it's truly obvious to everyone how much they are really in love. And if anyone was at the ceremony today, just witnessing their vows to each other was exceptionally special, I thought. So it just shows who you two really are to each other. A thought to consider, and one that resonates with Trish and myself. A good marriage is one in which each partner secretly suspects that they got the better deal. Your wedding day will come and go, but may your love for each other forever grow.
Mom and Dad, we cannot say thank you enough for all that you have done. Thank you for sharing your amazing home with all of us and for allowing me to have my childhood dream of getting married on the farm. It's been an unbelievable undertaking, and I can only hope that you understand how much all of your hard work means to both of us.
And to my mom and dad, thank you for all the trips back and forth to Lethbridge and back here to the farm to help make this day happen. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for being amazing role models to me. Mom, your wisdom and advice has led me to this moment. And Dad, thank you for setting the perfect example of who a young man should be.
I'm of the belief that in this life, we don't stop enough and stand up and tell the people that we love them. So I'm super excited to spend the next couple of minutes doing just that about my big bro, Johnny. I mean this, Johnny. We looked up to you, and whether it was school and your grades and academics, whether it was your work ethic, whether it was sports, and everything that falls in between, you set the standard, and Kevy and Brad and I clawed to try and hit that standard.
I have been friends with Sarah since before I knew what a friend was or really had any choice in the matter. Sarah's been my teammate, my duet partner, my coworker, my best friend, and the closest thing I've had to a sister as long as I can remember. What you really need to know about Sarah, and what you will come to learn as she joins the Deagle clan, is that she will fill your lives, as she has filled mine, with love, joy, loyalty, and laughter.
John, you've showed us you are honest, responsible, and kind. And like Sarah, you value family above all. From the first time that we saw you together, it was obvious how much you cherished her. We felt now you love her just as much as we do.
I love you, and I look up to you. I admire your integrity, your character, and your loyalty, every single thing about you. It's like a famous saying that like you can't pick your family, but I literally couldn't imagine like picking a better brother.